The rules of bears.
Uh-oh, what is this?
Brown, lay down. Black, fight back. White, say goodnight. Or gummy, get in my tummy.
What is what?
Welcome everyone to episode 255 of Mashup, the best bourbon conversation you are going to hear all week long. We're your hosts, Steven, and you guys. What's going on?
Whoa, how's everybody doing?
Good.
I'm here.
You're here?
Yeah.
Kingpin, I mean, Kenny is here.
Hey, man.
And we're not talking about Kingpin from the movie Kingpin. We're talking about like the Marvel character Kingpin. That's my thing with Kenny now.
Just because I'm bald and fat, man. You know, never putting one and one together to make four.
Are you calling him a superhero?
I didn't say that. I just said maybe you got things going on. But how are you gentlemen doing tonight? Huh?
I'm good, man.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm good too, but I'm still upset that we still don't have a sponsorship from Deer Park Water. Even though we have these lovely bottles, and Deer Park is bottled in, what does it say? Oakland, Michigan. There's all these wonderful places here on the background. We drink Deer Park water religiously, and we have no sponsorship. So this is the last time I've mentioned
Michigan. And is it also Pennsylvania or somewhere too?
Yeah, all over Pennsylvania.
A couple different places.
New Jersey, and the last is, it's not even Michigan, it's Maryland. My bad.
Okay.
You don't want water from Michigan, apparently.
You don't.
I forgot.
That crap could ignite. Put a flame on that bad boy.
There you go. All the auto stuff they've dumped into the streams up there. We have a lot of Michigan listeners who are going to be like, that guy's a jerk. But I'm from Ohio, so eat it.
That's true. Didn't you have some crazy water up there? And under that one? Wasn't there something that
in Ohio, wasn't there?
There's all kind of
something
crazy
that you and
stuff.
Ron were talking about?
Yeah,
that pick. What was it, with the water or the bridge or the something? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about the different water sources and stuff, but I was asking why nobody is actually distilling bourbon up in the Northeast Ohio.
Gotcha.
That's what we were talking about, but I think
radioactive.
Yeah, it might be.
Giving a mean to hazmat.
You can't put Cuyahoga River water inside of bourbon, or else you're in trouble probably, since the river catches on fire.
Everything hazmat. You got 80 proof hazmat.
80 proof hazmat.
Gosh.
Yeah. Even Saturday Night Live spoofed Lake Erie back in the day, and like had a beverage called Swill. That was their joke. It was like, Saturday Night Live does the commercials.
Yeah.
I think it was Bill Murray, like, I like mine with a twist, and he like goes pouring, and it's like coming out like in the slowest amount, like sludge, and it's got like bottle caps and stuff in it, and he pours it in a glass and put a twist of lemon to drink it. And it's called Swill. So
That's straight from the barrel then, huh?
Yeah, you don't want any of that stuff. But speaking of straight from the barrel,
straight from the sewers.
did you guys see the news a couple weeks back about straight from the sewers?
Fushnikins.
Fushnikins?
Straight from the sewer. Straight from the sewer.
They got
Stink like manure.
Yeah, teenage mutant ninja
on,
turtles. There you go. See, I'm getting my hip hop knowledge tested here. I'm not liking this new thing. Yeah,
Stop testing them.
Can we test me with Memphis Underground rap, because I'm better on that than I am at other things?
I'm a true what?
True what?
I'm a true Fushnik.
Oh, true. Oh yeah, I like Shaq and the Fushnikins crossover.
There you go.
That
was good.
What's up, Doc? Can we rock?
That's right.
There you go. But no, speaking of straight from the barrel and things like that, did you guys see the news a couple weeks ago about Buffalo Trace Antique Collection actually now adding to
Weller Special Reserve?
Yeah, they got William Blue Weller, but they're going to add Weller Special Reserve to B-Tag. No, they're going to do what? E.H. Taylor?
They're adding one bottle.
One bottle.
E.H. Taylor.
So, okay, I'm like, that's great, but do you guys remember April Fools like 3 years ago when everybody put was it Elmer T. Lee and Blanton's? Those are both like rotating for 5 years.
A slow joke?
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know how many times I'd be like scrolling the interwebs, crawling, on the World Wide Web, if you will, and I see something that says new BTAC expansion. There's going to be Blanton's, right? I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And then it comes to find out like a week later it's a rumor.
Yeah.
Same with Elmer T. Lee. And then now, officially, as of like, a couple weeks ago, E.H. Taylor is supposed to be part of the 2025 BTAC lineup. So what do we think about that?
Well, okay, I got two things.
Please.
How do you feel about the proof of the bottle?
I didn't see the proof. What is it supposed to be?
Regular 100, right?
It's a regular 100
Just
because of the Bottle Act.
Oh.
And the H. Taylor and the association of that. So so BTAC is going to be at 100 proof.
Well, but there's a lot of B-Tax, though. Like Eagle Rare 17 is down low, like 102, 103, 101.
Yeah.
So
Sazerac's low too, right?
yeah, Saz is only 90.
90. Okay, but still, 100. I'm not a fan so far. Go ahead, please.
And I think it's going to just be aged slightly longer, they said, than the normal small batch.
What?
Depends how much longer they do it. Because you have like the 18-year marriage.
Right.
Cured oak was great, blah, 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 blah. So it really depends on what they do with it.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least 12 years, or I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I say that now, but we'll be here in a year, and I'll be like, "Did you guys get your hands on the BTAC?
Nope.
E.H. Taylor." No, but I struggle with this a little bit because Buffalo Trace has great history. They have great names, and E.H. Taylor is a cornerstone name for them, right? But if they're going to do BTAC for E.H. Taylor, why not make it something else like just wildly crazy? Instead, it seems like they're kind of, just like they do with Sazerac 18. Let's just make it ultra aged, low proof. I don't know. I'm just kind of indifferent about it right now. I want a bottle, but I'm indifferent about it.
It really didn't excite me too much for some reason because I don't really like the small batch all that much.
Right. For the money, man, small batch isn't bad. But I've had some single barrels that are pretty good.
Well, yeah, but for me, I just don't like the small batch that much.
There you go.
But so you have regular Eagle Rare's 10-year.
Yep.
But in BTAC is Eagle Rare 17.
And a lot of times it's over.
Then you got a
17,
size
yeah.
18.
Yep.
So I mean, if they actually do something where it's legitimately 15 to 18 years old, well, you know what? I bet regular E.H. Taylor's probably just 5 to 7 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So I bet probably a 12 to 15 year E.H. Taylor might be pretty freaking good.
Yeah. No,
They just didn't say age on the on the news report.
right.
It'd be interesting to see. Of course, when they first hit, the secondary is going to be off the charts.
God.
Oh yeah, it's going to be insane.
First edition of it.
Right. That gives people an opportunity to collect the vertical too.
Oh, right.
Which no one did you see two things, okay? You said two things, I got two things now. One was
Oh, I didn't get the second one yet.
there's a local guy. Oh, you didn't yet?
No.
Okay, hold on. We'll let you get your second one and then before I start going. But I did see as of, maybe it's probably about 2 weeks ago today, somebody posted the whole Thomas Handy vertical
Oh, wow.
on the secondary for I think $13K.
It's a buddy of ours.
Oh, it is?
It's a buddy of mine.
Oh, I didn't realize that. $13K for the whole Thomas Handy on secondary and said we'll drive within 12 hours of a certain location that doesn't exist. So I was like, dang. I think Handy started in 06. So they had everything from 06 to 24 and $13K. Can you imagine though? That's dedication. I don't know when they picked it up and what they were doing, but now if you're a new bourbon person, E.H. Taylor's coming out, you have the opportunity to start that vertical.
Right.
Like day one. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. What was your second thing,
Second
sir?
question is, if they were going to add something, are you excited about that, or would you like to see something else them add to the BTAC series?
I have a very unconventional answer here, and you guys, I want to hear what Kenny has to say first.
As good for the money as a few E.H. Taylor single barrels I've had are,
Yep.
if they legit double the age of it, or even 2.5 times the age, I mean, it really could be maybe up there.
But we don't see him anything else from Buffalo Trace. What
But
else
the thing is, as good as like Saz 18 is and George C. Stagg is, I just don't see how that's going to. I don't think how it's going to compete to those though.
Okay.
Even if you get it older, it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it could be kind of like how like a Thomas Handy for the bang for the buck. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if the E.H. Taylor on the secondary market doesn't carry much value,
Right.
I'm sure it will the first year, but if it doesn't, it might be one of those like, hey, for the money, this is the better BTAC to get. It's kind of like every year the actual Van Winkle Rye is like the best Pappy for the money,
Right.
and the Thomas Handy is one of the best BTACs for the money, just because they don't carry a big secondary.
Right. But you wouldn't say you don't want a Rock Hill Farm antique collection, do you?
Rock Hill and Elmer is just not my jam, dude.
Okay. But I mean, Steven, do you have anything else that you think that you would want? Because I know exactly where I'm going with this. You guys are going to think I'm crazy.
Well,
You want White Dog?
No.
what I would go is pick out some friggin' premium Blanton straight from the barrel.
That was
Like
my thought was always be.
I would get some 12 to 15-year-old Blantons at barrel proof.
Right.
That might be like
I felt like that
legit.
would have been like the easy thing to do.
Dude, I've had a couple of Blantons straight from the barrels that were not good at all.
Right.
But I've had a few that are like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
say cinnamon bomb, just an absolute rock star.
I think the one we reviewed a long time ago, I really liked it.
Straight from the barrel?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so you guys stole my thunder there. I was actually thinking about
Oh, were you really?
Blanton straight from the barrel,
Oh, okay.
but as a Blanton antique collection. But then my second one, which I think is going to be like, people are going to go, you're an idiot, but I don't care, is I look at antique collection as important for the brand and for the foundation of the distillery. So E.H. Tiller does make sense, and Blanton makes a lot of sense. So I would expect Blanton to be the next thing. But really, Buffalo Trace's popularity in the way that they are right now isn't because of Sazerac Company, isn't because of Albert Blanton and Albert T. Lee, unfortunately. It's because of Pappy Van Winkle. So people were clamoring for Pappy Van Winkle to come out at higher proof. Here's your opportunity. Expand into antique collection and create some kind of weird thing that's not William LaRue Weller, but is Pappy at like big strength, right?
That would be insane.
That would be epic. That would be
That would
epic,
taste
insane.
great.
And it would probably taste great, but that's what I think. When I was thinking about it, I'm like, if you want to make a huge splash, at some point in time, have that in your back pocket and make a Pappy offering separate from William LaRue Weller, part of the offering. And that's why I said people are going to think I'm stupid because they're going to go, well, William LaRue Weller and Pappy are the same stocks. They are. But do something that denotes that Pappy is part of the BTAC collection. That would be amazing.
Then you can put them both side to side
Right.
for that year.
Put them side to side for that year. Like say, oh, I can taste how the stocks are different on this one or that one. And nobody's ever tasted Van Winkle, technically Van Winkle at high proof. I mean, Kenny, you might know this. I know Steve and I probably don't know this, but the decanter that they brought out, like the 25-year-old stuff, do you know what I'm talking about? Is that actually, was that higher proof or not? Do you know? Like the,
I don't know the proof on it, though.
okay. I wasn't sure if that was offered at a higher proof than any other stuff, but the highest proof stuff that Van Winkle brings out is what, 107? I think it's 107. That's the highest proof that they offer everything at. So it's like, if you go higher than that, bring me some Van Winkle and call it BTAC at 120 to 130 proof. That would be sweet. And expensive.
Like, Blanton is known as being single barrels in general, but when you have the Blanton's Gold, that's a blend. So, I mean, they could have definitely done an older Blanton's straight from the barrel at older age as a blend and just probably friggin' crushed it.
I would, yeah.
Sir, I'm going to have to correct you one more time. That's the second time you said that in the history of this podcast, that Blanton's Gold is a blend. It's not a blend.
Oh, it's not?
Blanton's Gold is a single barrel. It's just watered down to 104 or whatever it is. You did that before.
Oh, that's right.
A listener called us. Like,
I'm
Kenny just
sorry.
had a moment. He had a moment.
I'm sorry. That's right. I forgot about that.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, all right. So Blanton's Gold, though, is done to taste.
It is,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. 100%.
So that's why I keep thinking blends.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. It's brought down to the proof for the taste.
But not just that, but they also only use select barrels that have that exact taste profile.
Right.
Right.
Are the greens and the blacks on the Japanese releases, are those also single barrels?
I think so. I think everything Blanton is single barrel.
Then that's why they can't do it for BTAC.
That's exactly
That's why they
can't
won't do it then.
BTAC. Yeah, exactly.
See, Blanton's Gold is done literally by taste, though.
Right.
So you talking about you get a Blanton's Gold now versus 2 years ago versus 4 years ago, or you get like 7 different Blanton's Golds. They're all going to taste literally right at the exact same. So that's why I always think blend, and I'm totally wrong on that. So okay,
No, you're good.
That's why they didn't do Blantons then.
Ah, man. Well, Steven, you opened a can of worms you probably didn't know you were going to open, did you?
You ripped my heart out, and yeah.
Well, what did you think?
I always thought Blanton would be the
best,
the obvious thing to add,
Yeah.
but
You can because you got to get 20,000 to 40,000 bottles.
yeah. If you just have one barrel, that's gonna be a really expensive beer.
the old Blantons, that probably is it though, because Blanton's is only a single barrel offering, right?
I guess
they
they
don't
can go
match anything.
I guess they can go to a top shelf benchmark then.
Oh, there you go.
Now,
See, when you tread that territory, that's what I'm talking about.
But-
that's the kind of hard hitting things we need.
now King Kentucky releases their premium single barrels,
But they're all different.
And
proofs.
there has been
That's the way to do it, Kenny. Just
I know.
solve the thing.
And
Just bring out the VTAC.
there's been William Heaven Hills
Right.
that are actually single barrels. So that's what they could do still.
Problem solved. Just bring out older, higher proof stuff. Blanton's antique collection at different proofs. Then it's a freaking nightmare to collect that.
So speaking of Buffalo Trace, though, I did because we did talk about a while back on the pod with the flood we knew was coming.
Right.
We had hoped they got like all those barrels out. Supposedly there's 20,000 to 30,000 barrels that
Didn't make it.
They did not. They got soaked.
Ooh.
But they're going to be doing chemical analysis on the juice because they'll be able to look, if they truly at a molecular level, and they'll be able to see if anything from the outside penetrated inside the barrel. So I hope that it did not penetrate all the way through. If it did, man, that's a lot of barrels gone, and those barrels on the lower rick are obviously for the more premium stuff.
20 to 30,000. What year is it? It's 2025, right? Like, how do they let that happen?
It's crazy.
Somebody from Buffalo should be like, well, you can't, you can move the bass out of the parking lot back to the Kentucky River, right? The Buffalo bass, but you can't get your barrels out of the warehouse.
Dude,
Come
it's
on,
wild, man.
Wow. Damn, man. Oh, that's interesting. So if there's shortages this year in the fall, if there's shortages in the fall, then you'll know why, because it's reported, not here first, but
Or if next fall, a lot of people have tum-tum aches.
There
After
you go.
drinking it, they know they know where it came from.
So that chemical analysis did not work.
Chemical analysis, they will just toss the barrels, man. They'll have to.
I might take some of those.
I would, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
I would like a 24-year-old barrel of wheated, even if it has some gray water in it.
I've eaten food left out on the counter for freaking 12 hours, 14 hours. I mean,
There you
why
go.
not?
Right. Just test the fates.
And do we have any reviews this week?
Yes, we actually do have a review.
Really?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I need to get
Are you
to it.
serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Like for us?
For real?
Oh, yeah, for us.
Oh my gosh.
So this one is on Apple Podcasts, and this was left for us by JAA388. I can't see, man. I'm terrible with my eyes, man. I got to put stuff right up next to my face. So the title of this review, 5-star review, was Friends You Haven't Met Yet. Oh, there you go.
Boom, baby.
So this listener said, Shannon summed up the spirit of this podcast in that one quote. I have been dutifully listening to the mashup for just over a year, and between the camaraderie amongst the three hosts, Stephen, Kenny, and Anthony, and how easily their guests and guest hosts fit into the conversation, it's clear to me that I feel like I am eavesdropping on a conversation with friends about whiskey rather than listening to a podcast. That's awesome. He said, if you find yourselves back in NEO, which is Northeast Ohio, for those of you who don't know, for another River Roots pick, I'd love to meet up. So this is someone that's in
nice.
Ohio that left us this review. And honest to God, I know I'm a sap and I talk about tearing up and stuff, but like, this is it, man. That's it right there. As I dropped the thing.
Shot your load.
No, I had a stand attached to the bottom of my phone. And you guys, and I dropped it onto the glass below. But honest to God, this is a fantastic review. And really, that's kind of how we think about this conversation. And we appreciate your feedback.
I hope we're up there again soon.
I do too.
I've had a lot of good River Roots stuff. Ryan seems to be very either super lucky or very discerning and able to pick out the barrels that he buys.
Right.
But I would like to do another River Roots pick soon, to be honest with you.
Me too. What about you, Stephen?
I also would love to go back up there.
Yeah, I'd like to go back up there. I'd like to stay in the same Airbnb that we stayed at. And I'd like to see if I could be a little bit better about controlling my consumption.
You will not be, so no, we will not.
Or maybe just picking out your dinner.
Just pick out my dinner. Yeah, I want to go somewhere where I can eat. Right. I'd like to go in downtown Cleveland, experience some of my old joints, and have a good time. So yeah, we appreciate that. And if we make it back up to Northeast Ohio for River Roots pick or any other reason, if you will tell us who you are, we will come and hang out with you. So absolutely.
And if you'd like a shout out, just leave us a review, and next time we record, we will give you a shout out.
No doubt.
Speaking of your old joints,
Uh-oh.
that reminded me of something I saw on Instagram.
Oh, Hans.
Tell us.
The rules of bears.
Uh-oh. What is this?
Brown, lay down. Black, Fight Back. White, Say Goodnight. Or Gummy, Get in My Tummy.
Where did you find
You
this?
said joints. So I
Joints.
thought Gummy, Get in My Tummy.
Hey, we can't talk about that kind of stuff on this podcast because that's taking ground away from whiskey. Those things are. That's hilarious.
Lord.
I had no idea where you're going with that, but I was like, my goodness, that's good.
Bringing up the Bears.
There you go.
Gents, for this week, we have a bottle of Frey Ranch Distillers Reserve single barrel strength bourbon.
Booyah, baby.
Bougie.
I like that. So, yeah, we have two different. So the distillery on this is the Frey Ranch Farmers and Distillers. Where's Frey Ranch at again?
Nevada.
Okay. So the bottle date on this first one is 24/25. It was a gift, so we're not sure. The ABV is 61.95. The proof is 123.9. Age is non-age stated, but standard batches are at least 5 years. The mash bill is 4 grain. It's 66.6 non-GMO corn. What's 66.6? That's not cool. 10 soft white winter wheat, 11.4% winter rye, and 12% two-row malted barley. This is very specific. The MSRP is $99. What is this? Hold on. Kenny will tell us more about that grain here in a second. Go ahead, sir.
Well, so I saw that 2-row and I was like, oh crap, what does 2-row mean?
Yeah, I don't know either.
So I started looking in 2-row barley has larger kernels
Okay.
than 6-row barley. So 6-row and 2-row. So it's preferred for malting and brewing. But the best I can tell is most everybody uses 2-row. It's just that Frey Ranch actually markets it that way.
Okay.
I gotcha.
So it's kind of like in my appliance world. I have a customer come in and ask for, hey, do you have this range with such and such feature?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but every other brand has the exact same feature. They just don't market it, you know? So best I can tell just through the whole Google searching is that most places use a 2-row barley. It's just they don't market it the way they did there.
Okay.
That's good to know.
I went out of order here, didn't I? I think I did.
That's the only bottle.
That's the only bottle. Oh, we only have one
We have a
bottle.
sample. We have a sample.
A sample in another bottle. Okay.
Well, so this bottle comes from Mike at Bird's Eye Bourbon.
Oh, I gotcha.
So Bird's Eye, they have a YouTube channel, Instagram Reels, I believe, as well. I met him a few months ago with David Jennings up here.
David!
They're out of Sacramento, California with Gippy's. Gippy's got tons of liquor stores out there. So we did some barrel picks together. They came over to the house. We chilled that night. Great time that night. So and that night we talked about Frey Ranch a little bit.
Okay.
And I have not had any Frey Ranch that I actually like.
I haven't either.
So he sent me this.
This is actually a specs pick, believe it or not. I missed that.
Where's my envelope, though?
Oh, yeah, an envelope you need.
Oh, what is this, Johnny Carson?
Well, I do want to say while Kenny's looking for his envelope that I missed the front part of this because I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, this is actually a single barrel pick from the distillery. So
I got a card. It said, this bottle comes from a barrel recommended by a good friend. Let me know what you think, bro. Cheers, Mike.
Okay.
Bird's Eye.
All right,
Nice.
very good.
Frey Ranch. They've been around
It's been a while.
2006.
I think so.
But, I mean, have you guys really done anything with Frey Ranch?
No,
I have not.
I got a sample.
I've only had 2 things. I didn't like either one.
I got a sample from a guy that we traded. I think I mentioned this on the podcast previous episode. He gave me samples. I gave him samples. I bought a bottle off of him, and one was Frey Ranch. Single barrel, small batch, and something else. And after I drank the first one, I was like, I don't want to drink any more of this. But the single barrel was all right. The small batch, I go, eh. Anyway.
Yeah.
My experience.
So my guess, I'm hoping that so what he did too, I also got a sample from Mike. And that sample is just a different, it's 132 proof Frey Ranch sample. But it's also a distiller's reserve. And this one, that sample I got, is their straight rye. So if you look on Frey Ranch's website, they have their bourbon, which is the 4 grain, and then they also have a rye. So the sample bottle we have, which was glass number 2, is a rye.
I got you.
Okay.
What about that bottle, man?
It's a good looking bottle.
Bottle's nice.
It's
Very
real
nice.
heavy.
And it's unique. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen anything like this before. It's their own thing, right?
Super thick bottom glass. Looks to be ribbed.
on the bottom.
Ribbed.
That's a good base to it.
Very good thick base.
It's ribbed for my pleasure.
And the cork is metal, I guess, and it's super heavy.
Cork reminds me like a Castle and Key cork,
Yeah.
like a big, thick, heavy, big chunk of metal.
And it's got their initials like engraved on top and on the bottle itself.
Nice.
With some metal work.
That's very nice. Got to give them props there. That's probably one of the better bottle designs we've seen in a long time for newer distillery. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely stands
new.
out.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely something you're going to, like when you go in the store, you're not going to lose it. It's not going to get lost amongst the sea of bottles. So Frey Ranch for me, like I said, my only experience was I had a liquor barn pick that another bourbon group did here locally.
Okay.
And it was not good at all. Like at all.
Do you remember anything about it?
Just not good.
Okay. That's a good one.
And then Andrew at Liquor Barn gave me another Frey Ranch that he liked, and I didn't like it either. It reminded me more like all right, so Garrison Brothers
Yes.
is very polarizing.
Correct.
Fortunately, the first Garrison Brothers I ever had was that one cowboy that we had, and I enjoyed it a lot.
It was good. Yeah.
But I've heard so many people talk about Garrison Brothers being like a tequila that's also oaky and woody or something.
Interesting.
And that Frey Ranch that I had before was kind of like that. It was kind of hot to be hot.
Right.
Okay.
And it seemed like young. It wasn't balanced, all that. But that's been 2 years ago or so, 3 years ago, and I just stayed away from them ever since then. But I've seen in our bourbon groups a lot of people doing Frey Ranch picks, and you might see some of the groups someone bring up, hey, what's an upcoming distillery that you enjoy, or hey, what's this, what's that? And Frey Ranch, it's a list a lot, but I've not had anything good I've liked. So I'm hoping these two tonight are something that'll change my mind.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Me, because the ones I tried was not good.
Not good either. Yeah.
Well, boys, nosy.
Sounds good.
And I don't know about you all, but I did pour a third one. Michael Birdseye sent a sample.
What is that third one?
Why do you get a hat trick?
It says Corbin Cash, so that is another distillery.
Okay.
Corbin Cash. This is a 10-year Merced rye. Bobby's Liquor Pick, 145 proof.
Whoa.
All right, there. I'm going to pour that in the third glass just
pour
for
that
fun.
too, just for fun. If Mike's sent it, I'm going to go ahead and sip on it and drink it.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
I got a T-shirt from Mike too.
I just yelled into Mike, thank you, Mike, because that's how it is.
You mic'd to the mic.
So while we're nosing, we can tell you a little about Frey Ranch. That nose is all right. It was started by Colby and Ashley Frey, and the Frey family has been farming in northern Nevada since 1854. How about that?
Dang.
That's like a Taylor Sheridan special.
Yeah, what were they farming?
When did it become a statehood?
Were they farming gold? Anyway, I don't know when they became a state. They knew their grains were extremely high quality when they were just shipped overseas, so they never got to see the final product.
So they're growing grains for other distillers and stuff.
Yeah, overseas. I got you. So yeah, they pride themselves on this. I do remember this when I got the samples and I looked into them. They are 100% farm to glass. They grow all the grains. They have a sustainable operation. They worry about the land, and they want like the land to be the focus, right?
And they malt their own barley.
Malt their own barley. Do all kind of things that not all distillers do. Let's put it that way. So you got to give them dap there. But let me go back to nosing here.
When did they be? How long have they been farming?
Since 1854.
Yeah, the family. The family history of the
1854.
Yeah.
Well, that was 10 years before they became a statehood.
Holy cow!
They became a statehood on Halloween.
Really?
1864.
Well, that's kind of spooky if I don't say so myself.
That is definitely a Taylor Sheridan TV series coming on that.
No wonder they did 66.6 corn.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the corn.
So what are you guys getting out of this nose?
The nose does have like a corn quality. I'm picking out the corn and picking out the proofiness and a little bit of sweetness.
I think I'm going to go in left field on this.
Yeah, please.
I'm getting a butterscotch, low.
Yep.
But then it goes into this like minty grass with a little bit of earth on the back end.
I feel you on the butterscotch versus caramel for sure.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to say that like something like this almost has like a cornbread feel to it. So if you like really char the top of a cornbread, it almost has like that kind of a flavor to it, right? A sweetness, like a corn sweetness, which could be butterscotchy more so than a caramel to me anyway. It does have a sweet feel to it though, more so than I remember for the other one. But then again, I remember nosing the one that I got, the sample from my buddy, we'll just call him Jack. And I nosed it was all right. Then when I tasted it, I don't like it. So I'm actually gonna start tasting too.
Are you not getting any mintiness out of it?
Minty? Let me see.
Now, the second glass, even though it's a sample, I am nosing it as well because it is the rye.
Okay.
So now we have both representations of what Frey Ranch offers. They offer their 4-grain bourbon, and they offer this rye.
Wow.
It's 100% rye, not a 95.5 or whatever.
That's a funky nose on the second one.
Sure is. I'm trying to.
In a good way.
It's a big nose. It's a
almost
big raisin.
So, yeah, raisiny. There's a little more minty on that. And it's almost like got a little bit more caramel, but like a liquid caramel feel to the...
Well, and on their rye, they say it's 100% winter cereal rye.
Which, I don't know
Winter
what that means,
cereal
but it's definitely got some really funkiness going
I think it means RFK's banning it.
Oh, what is RFK
There's
not banning?
Is he getting raisin and a little molasses?
I just don't know.
On which one?
The second
The
one.
second one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Raisin, molasses, yeah.
The molasses is a good...
Very good descriptor, man.
Because
you hit that.
it's sweet, but I was trying to figure out the sweetness, and that molasses is a good way. But buttery, like a buttery molasses.
Yes.
Buttery molasses.
Yeah.
Something
So,
different.
when you guys said buttery, you know how Werther's original is buttery, but it's caramelly?
Yes.
That's what he's coming
Yes,
out. Yeah,
there you go.
It's coming out. Yep.
I'm hoping I like these, man, because I've only had, like I said, 2 representations, didn't like either one.
Well, since we nosed both, let's go and taste both.
Boom.
Okay, it disappeared very quickly,
Right.
but then it was left with heat.
Yeah, it's a little hot. A little hot.
Did it dissipate for you pretty quickly?
Yeah,
Like
you know,
a thin?
It's. I don't know if I'd call it thin. To me, it was a lot of corn. Like I'm still getting a ton of corn, which is weird. Like corn, grainy. But I'm trying to go back for another sip because I've acclimated the palate to it now. Let me see what I got in the second sip.
I think it's sweet. We get corny and sweet. Like it doesn't disappear from me. It's
Really?
all right. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a really thin drink?
It's
feel
not
like-
viscous.
Yeah, there's no viscosity and there's not a lot of oak.
And my problem with the original Frey Ranches I had was what Amin always brings up is quote unquote maturation. It's kind of like that Club Blue stuff we did. It's like you got some flavor there,
Right.
but it's also watery and all over the place and not balanced and blah 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 blah. This tastes better than the other Frey Ranches I've had, but
Right.
I'm still going to try to determine whether it's truly matured fully or what's going on.
Do we know how old that barrel is or not?
That's the thing. They don't say. All that they say is that their batched regular stuff, which I think was 90 proof, is at least 5 years old. So, this is at least also 5 years old.
Yeah,
But they don't age state this.
This is 5-6 years old tops, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And if Bird's Eye knows more, if Mike knows more than that, I'll eat it.
No, because this one, it wasn't his pick. He said that a friend recommended that to him.
Okay. And I do see Frey Ranch in a lot of places. Like I see a lot of people offering it up. I see people talking about it. I see a lot of buzz about it. So.
I've seen picks at Liquor Barn.
Right.
They're also $99.
Right. So this is $99 for this one that we're sipping now, single barrel.
Yeah, all their picks I've seen are $99.
I don't know. Candidly, it's better than what I tasted too, but it's still not great. My opinion. Just initial sip. Maybe I'll come back to it. I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a sip of water and set for a second, and I'm going to go back to the rye one now.
Yeah, I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink that. I'm going to drink some water, then I'm going to hit the rye as well because something's.
It's not hitting the palate right.
It's like it's got a flavor punch, but nothing is like put together right.
Yeah,
it's like out of order.
It's kind of like what Steven said. It hits you at first, and then it goes weird, and then I don't know. It's just something's going on there. Maybe that's that farm to table.
So this rye is 10 proof points higher, 132 proof.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's
Distillers
pretty nice.
Reserve pick.
So the rye is a Distiller's Reserve pick too.
Yep.
Very good. So we got 2 Distillers.
Pickies tonight. Huh?
Distiller Reserve. I like that a lot more. The stuff that we were talking about on nose carries over to the palate, but I don't know if that's going to be for everybody. I really don't. It's a very unique flavor. It has a raisin. It has a weird thick caramel. It doesn't have a lot of spice for being a rye. 100% rye?
100% rye.
Wow.
No corn, no barley, no wheat, no nothing.
Is this a special kind of rye? Are you guys getting a lot of spice on this?
Yeah,
I'm not getting spice. I'm getting.
you sip it, you get the raisin juice, and then right after that, I feel like I get the raisin skin. like a juicy raisin that you kind of really bite into it.
Right, I get what you're saying.
And then like all the spice hits.
Oh, spice hits back palate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I took a second sip. I get to know. It's a hotter spice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the upfront flavors. And it's very off profile for like what I'm used to for rye. My opinion, anyway. I hate to be catty and dismissive of it. It's not that it's that. It's just that.
That's a rye with a twang, man. It's some kind of like the twang on that to me reminds me of some kind of a twang on like either a Taiwanese, a Irish, a Scotch, or something different. Like it's something different.
Yeah, it's definitely not what I'm used to.
Yeah.
At all. Zero. And I'm not sure if it's a good or bad thing yet.
Like you said, Anthony, it's not for everyone.
Yeah. My first thing when I sipped, I was like, I do not know if this is for everybody. But it's definitely got a better, more unique flavor, I would say, than the first one. I know we're not side by side in these because they're not like a blind or whatever. We're just trying to give our assessment of these two products and maybe of Frey Ranch in general, but we'll see.
And you all never did a Frey Ranch before I came on the pod, right?
No.
Just that one sample is all I ever had.
Okay.
Yeah. It was two samples. It was a small batch and a single barrel. And I think I liked the single barrel better than the small batch, but I wasn't wowed by either of them. I don't remember going like, dang, now I know what the hype's about. I remember going, maybe this is a little overhyped.
I was over there looking for something to try against that rye, but I thought I had a bottle over there, but a sample, but I don't. Well, shoots. I do have a bourbon, though.
So, guys, while we're talking here, I was thinking about these Frey Ranch. So they're very proud of being farm to table. And I just looked up Fallon, Nevada climate, and they have very cold winters and very hot summers. I'm just trying to track to see if that has anything to do with the way the distillate ages, because the biggest thing to me here is I like to have a little more oak, and I'm getting like virtually no oak influence in any of these. I'm like almost getting like the raw grain and alcohol, and I'm not really sure why. I haven't quite figured it out because the climate's not massively different from Kentucky, I guess, other than the fact that it's basically being aged in a desert.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know what that's about.
But that's what a lot of people say about Garrison Brothers stuff.
Right.
It's like grain, but then alcohol, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I guess once you move from God's country, it just, this changes a lot, huh?
What's the... That's true.
That's great. Nice job.
What's the company out there that started off with bangers because they source stuff and then their own stuff is not very good? That fell off real big time.
What's it? Las Vegas, Nevada?
Yeah, they fell off big time because they're not very good.
And I'm already forgetting the name.
Yeah, dang it.
I'm picturing the bottle. It's a dark bottle, dark brown, High West.
No, not High West.
No,
High West is out there.
The wagon?
It's the
Smoke
wagon.
wagon.
Smoke
Wagon.
There you go. Good job.
Smoke Wagon is just hot to be hot, not good, a little punch of flavor, but just like water and alcohol.
Right. It's very, very, very good comparison. Very, very good.
Yeah. Do the fish. 1 pound, 2 pound, go.
Very, very good. 1 pound fish. I said this to do it every episode. Come on, ladies. 1 pound fish.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, I really want to like this stuff, but I'm not. I'm not really liking it.
I poured a blind for the bourbon. I was looking for a blind for the rye. I did pour a blind for the bourbon, so hang on. I'm trying it right now. All right, did you just try the bourbon yet?
I did.
Here, try that now. Steven, it's a blind for go against the bourbon.
See, that just has more balance this sip, I think. Personally. I don't know. To me, it has more balance. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And tastes lower proof a little bit. I don't know if it is, but that Frey Ranch, we talk about drinking underproof, that drinks every bit of its proof.
Yeah.
Like every bit.
I will be right back. All right. You have any of the rye left?
Yeah, right here.
All right, try the rye.
I think I like the uniqueness of the rye flavor more than I like the bourbon. But
Yeah.
it's a tough, unique flavor.
Yeah, that's not for, like you said, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Not for everybody, then. Ooh.
All right, I'm going to try the rye here.
Okay. Here comes Kenny's blind. Just so you guys know, Kenny makes us all drink out of the same glass to ensure that we're all connected. It's like a weird seance thing that he has while we're recording.
Well, you mean if one of us are sick, then we'll all get sick at the same time, then we've already had it and it's done. Our body's processed it, and we're good to go.
It's kind of like Buffalo Trace gray barrels, huh?
I would take those barrels in a heartbeat. I don't care if they got friggin' dirty water, brown water, black water.
Oh, man. Whatever the sample is there, I want to wait till see what Steven has to say about it.
What is that?
Oh, Steven didn't like it.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
That was a rye?
Yeah. So, yes, I had a similar reaction. That was a big flavor ride. Went all different ways, but I think I liked it better than the Frey Ranch. So I feel like whatever two blinds you put up here, I like them better.
You're not going to tell me until later.
Probably not.
Probably never tell me.
You will learn 3 episodes from now.
Yes.
I'm going to go, I'm going to try this Frey Ranch bourbon one more time, the 4 grain, because I wanted to like it.
4 grains.
Luckily, Mike didn't pick it, but he just said a friend recommended it to him.
Gotcha.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to go one more sip.
After that, you're going to have the House Amaretto from Barton with the metal on it, the Garrison
I
Brothers.
was going to give him the infinity bottle.
Oh, yeah, 70 samples.
70 samples.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Look on the coffee table.
What is that?
See that gray bag?
Yes.
That's all the sample bottles
That went into
made
that?
up that.
Wow.
We got to try that tonight
Okay, all right.
on the pod.
All right, yeah, we'll do it right
Because
now.
I've not tasted that.
Okay.
After Pass Try By, we're going to try that.
Okay, sounds good. Here we go.
We'll pass it around.
But look at that. Look,
Mysterious.
there's all the bottles right there. You can see it.
What is the age range? Well, hold on. Let's.
It's going to taste better than BTAC.
All right. It's
The new one, better than the Taylor BTAC.
all right.
I can't wait for my birthday barrel to come out.
Ooh.
Or birthday barrels,
We're gonna call
bottles.
it Old Kenny's Pick.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Would you pass, try, or buy on the Frey Ranch Distilleries Reserve single barrel pick?
All right.
Stop.
Hammer time.
Stop hammer time.
You got to know the blinds first, though.
Got out of the blinds. Go ahead. Tell us.
So the bourbon blind,
Yep.
rare breed. 116.8 proof, regular rare breed.
Oh, it's regular rare breed.
So a $55, $60 bottle
Okay.
that both of y'all liked better than the
Yeah.
Frey.
Yep.
The rye blind is Jack Daniel's rye. It's a pick.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Kenny, you made my decision easy, and I'm going to say this with all deference to a brand who is doing everything right for all intents and purposes.
Right. They grow it. They
grow
do
it.
the whole thing.
They age it.
Malt
They do
it.
everything.
They bottle it. They age it. Right.
I'm glad they have their fans. From what I've tasted so far, I'm not a fan. Okay. But I believe in their potential. The rye had some nice flavors. I liked the flavor ride the rye took me on. But if I had to tell them right now, I had the bourbon and the rye in front of me on a shelf in the store, I'm passing on both of them, especially the 100 plus. Sorry. Thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah. So I will go next. I believe that if they, I was borderline try on the bourbon on the 4 grain
Right. I can see that.
because it's still good.
It is very good.
But rare breed at $55-$65 is better. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I'm gonna say try on the bourbon, but know that 3 of us, 2 of us blind and 1 of us, me know when I'm drinking, I like rare breed better, is better. Like it truly is better.
Yeah.
But I would still be a try on it because just like how we talked about before, and like what Dan with Bourbon Junkies talked about, like I typically don't like anything from Dickel. But Dickel has enough fans that they're still in business.
Right.
Yeah.
So whoever the fans are for the Frey Ranch, good for them, great for them. They seem to be doing all the right stuff.
Right.
But it's just not it's for the money to me, it's not there. But I would still give it a try on the bourbon and I'm going to pass on that rye.
Okay. That's fair.
But I wish they would age state this.
Me too.
And I wish that if they are that hot out there, maybe do some lower rickhouse stuff for 8 to 9, 10 years.
Right.
And you might get better maturation. But right now it tastes like that 5 to 6 year old super hot stuff from Texas. You know, it really does. It's just not there. It's not balanced. Just this is not balanced.
Yeah, it's not picking up the oak. It's
not.
No richness.
Nope.
It's fire. It's fire.
Yeah.
But I will be a try on the bourbon because it's still good,
Yep.
and then a pass on the rye.
Okay.
I think Kenny and I are backwards tonight.
Ooh. Okay. Here we
I'm
go.
going to be a pass on the bourbon
Gotcha.
due to how it was a quick drink up front and
Yeah.
it was just hot.
Okay.
And the red reed was better at $30 less a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to be a try on the rye.
Wow. You guys got it all.
Just because it's so unique.
Just because it's unique.
Okay, yeah,
and,
yeah.
and
Definitely
for those
unique.
people that like the raisin aspect of
Yeah.
it had a lot of raisin
It was wild, wasn't
from
it?
the juice to
Yeah.
the skin. I would say probably try if you kind of like that wheelhouse
Right.
of raisin rye flavoring.
Right. That's interesting. So,
So that's all three of us got our answers.
all three answers.
Now move on to the sample
The third glass.
that Mike gave us, which is Corbin Cash. This is a 10-year age stated 145 proof rye.
Damn.
145.
Yep.
All right, nosing it. I don't smell 145.
I don't either.
Nosing it, it's very enticing.
Nose is no more than 143.
It's got some heft to it.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't nose all ethanol though. Now Corbin, I looked them up briefly on the internet, the interwebs. They're also in California, where the taxes are really high. The Souza family, who is known for DNS farms in Atwater, California, since 1917, added Corbin Cash Distillery to their family legacy when they founded it in 2009.
Every Tom, Dick, and Harry was distilling.
100% rye mash bill. So this is a pick though, because I guess they put out like a 90 proof regular rye, but this is a 145 proof pick.
Okay. This is like
And I've not tasted this yet.
it's
You
like
already tasted
Hartfield and Company's 150 proof stuff, 145 proof stuff they put out.
it? Dude, so speaking of the Facebook groups that don't exist,
Yeah, those ones.
so we talked.
All the food ones?
There was a big
big
post,
food.
big post about bottles.
Okay.
Did you see my reply,
Yes.
Joe?
Yeah, Joe. Yep.
Yeah, it's wild, man. So like prime example with we haven't put out we're gonna start doing videos, man. I'm gonna be dangerous
Uh-oh.
in a bad way. You're gonna be sick of seeing my face over the YouTubes and the Instagrams.
Got to
But-
fix your hair for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shave more often.
Steven's got him.
But no,
Bang, bang.
like we
Bang,
talk,
bang.
talking about the different prices on stuff and secondary and all that crap and what's happened. But so prime example, what you mentioned, Hartfield brought me back to that.
Right.
So we had a Hartfield and Co. 9-year 145 proof Barton sourced,
Right.
150 plus tax. It was awesome.
It was very good.
But that exact same Barton that's 9 years old, hazmat, had a Brook Hill label. It's like $400 to $600.
Right.
So it's just wild, man. All things are different. So you really got to look for that value also,
Yeah.
If we had video right now, Steven is a trip, dude.
No, hey, I agree with you on the value, but like
Steven just broke my 34-year-old hand-me-down chair. So it's kind of like,
and he had it on the ground. He was
Separated.
working on it.
it's all good. So Wallace, local guy Wallace,
Yep.
he built my table upstairs.
Okay.
I'm having built me a bourbon table down here soon. So we'll have a new table and new chairs.
Maybe some chairs.
Dude, Wallace is an amazing woodworker. So
Nice.
it's fun
All right.
stuff.
Yep.
Well, I was going on New Yankee workshop on that chair.
You did. I've still not tasted this yet. Have you tasted it?
I tasted it. Yeah.
Okay.
Steven, have you tasted it?
No, but
Let's taste it together.
do you like the nosing on it? I'm getting a lot of hay out of it.
That's just because you had your face on the chair before you noticed
Maybe
it.
so.
So Steven and I are going in for the taste first time together. Here we go.
All right, there you go. I didn't get the hay on the nose, sir, but we'll see what you think.
I'm getting some fruit out of it. No, the hay did not come through.
I like it better than the Frey Ranch 100% rye.
Yeah. It doesn't drink the 140 whatever, which is dangerous.
I have no idea what the retail is on this, but it's okay. But I'm not going to say I love it. But
Yeah.
it's
To me, though, it's a solid rye whiskey. Like,
yeah, it's good.
I'd be probably trying it for sure.
You don't get the hay?
If this is let me take one more drink.
Like I'm thinking baling hay. Like
I get why you're there, but I'm more like in the forest. I'm more like
Or get out of the woods.
out amongst the trees.
Get in the fields with the animals.
I'm out amongst the trees with the bucket trying to find some yeast.
I mean, all right, so think about our pick, which is freaking honestly awesome. I'm not just saying it because it's our pick, because I was ready to literally not buy anything up there. I was ready to not pick up there.
Yeah.
Like, we were prepared that Alves would take a barrel for Bourbon Outfitter, but would not have the mashup label on it. But our pick is really good. It was $120 plus tax and shipping. This is pretty good. If this was $120 or less, I could see buying this, though. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it's tasty.
So,
What'd you have over there, Steven?
Corbin Cash, 10-year, 145 proof.
Oh, nice. Very good.
All the
Our
River
pick's
Roots.
over there hanging out.
Did you pour that?
No.
Oh, okay.
God, our River Roots pick is very nice.
So where are you at? You like it, Steven, or not like it?
I don't.
Too hot?
Not really that
Or-
hot. I just don't like the hay notes I'm getting out of it.
Okay.
I'd probably I like it. I think it's a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm still getting raisin out of it. Like,
That's our bottle over there. Would you hand me that?
I would love to.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I'd love to.
So, here we go.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4. Oh,
Oh,
look at
God.
it. Where's the picture?
Where's the camera?
Where's the camera at on that?
Okay. All right, so take it back what I said.
Oh,
Ours is sensational.
dang.
I just drank ours. Ours is $120 plus tax. So this Corbin Cash, it was $90, $100. I'd probably be a buy.
Really?
Ours is much better, and it's $120. So yeah, but it's still good though. I do like this Corbin Cash though.
Okay.
It's
I
good.
said a try on
It's
the
good.
Corbin Cash.
So I would probably be a try, I guess,
Okay.
overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Let's try, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we are officially done for this episode, with the exception of trying the 70
Oh,
bottle
there we go.
blind,
some
70
clean.
bottle Infinity bottle.
Get some clean Glens out.
There, Anthony, they're to the right of you.
Okay.
You got clean Glens over there.
This one, bourbon
Yep,
cartel.
just pour it all. We'll pour one and pour a bunch in there, and we'll just all share. We'll all have diabetes together.
Diabetes.
The war wagon.
All right, there we go.
Norovirus.
So, while Steven is pouring
Ringworm.
that, if you remember when Kenny was mentioning that we're going to do a Patreon, he said we're going to do a Patreon for the big sample blind he put together on a table. We're tasting this for the first time. So there will be about a half ounce missing from the decanter, but it's a nice decanter, and I think you might want to get your hands on this unless what we taste is not there.
So I mentioned the previous episode about
Yeah.
the two listeners that I ran into at Wild Turkey,
Larry and Mo.
and they both said we need to get a Patreon.
Okay. All right. We
So
should do
it's
that.
like, people want to support us, man, and I appreciate that. It's just hard for me to
Just knows it.
It's hard for me to come to grips and terms with we're just here chilling, man.
Yeah.
So it's
me
hard
too.
to come to grips with terms and people actually want to support, because we're like them, man. We're literally just friends and buddies hanging out, man.
I agree, and it's tough. I mean, I've thought about that too, and the nosing of that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
What'd you think of that?
You did quite. This is your third blend now.
And this is what's crazy. Look at that. It's legitimately 70 plus sample bottles.
So, So here, let's look at some stats. What's the lowest and oldest?
Dude, there
The
might be
youngest and oldest.
some of these are not labeled at all.
Okay.
And that's why, and some of these are from the 40s and 50s. Literally from the 40s and 50s. Some of these are, it's just, who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and sip here for the first
Infinity.
time. All right, here we go. I'm going to take a sip.
All right, here we go. I'm waiting for Kenny to take a sip so I can have a sip.
I know.
Oh, get over here
No,
first.
go first.
You,
It's
sir.
in your hands.
Please.
That is legitimately crushable and good. I am not just saying that.
Yeah, it is good.
If we were sitting around, we could kill half
Yeah.
that bottle a night.
Yep. Yeah, and you know what? Okay, so yeah. So
I mean, it's good.
very
It's actually good.
Yeah. So
That's stupid.
It's
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's really good.
It's good.
That's
so-
crazy.
It feels like easy to drink.
Yes.
It's got a little flavor to it.
I will proof that after we get done tonight. I'm gonna put it in the hydrometer and proof it. See what the proof is, but that's actually crushable.
So to bookend this episode, we have a blend that Kenny haphazardly put together by taking sample bottles off his table and dumping them all into one big decanter. We just all tried it. We like it. It's very good. And we just reviewed 3 other bottles that were handcrafted, if you will.
So would you say this? Would you say this is better than probably a third of the bottles we've reviewed?
Might be. It might be.
And this has got bourbon and whiskey from the 40s and 50s on up to the current stuff.
There you go.
And it's got it's high
It's got
proof down
80
to low
years worth of
proof,
bourbon.
and it's all over the place.
There you go.
Good Lord.
So when we do launch a Patreon, this bottle is going to be auctioned off for the highest bidder.
That's
And,
actually good.
It's very good.
I didn't think it'd be good.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah. Maybe I need an infinity bottle.
That's funny. Why is it good?
Wow, that's really good. Dang. Holy cow. Making lip smacking good. I like it.
Okay.
Okay.
1 second.
Uh-oh.
1 second.
Kenny, we're at 1
You
hour.
can't blind
plus
us
here,
against
buddy.
an infinity
You
bottle.
can't, yeah. Can't.
No.
If you're blinding against an infinity bottle, then we've lost it all here.
All right, here's the
good.
question.
Yeah.
How expensive a bottle can we compare this to?
I don't know what he's doing over here. I have no idea what he's doing.
Don't you dare do what you're going to do.
Wait, what's this now? Isn't that another one? Well, that's another infinity bottle. I think it's another infinity bottle he put together. There's two of these. That's one, and this is another one. Wait, what is that one?
Wait, is this batch one? That's
Wait a
batch
minute.
two?
Was that Infinity Blinds?
Okay.
Oh,
So
you made a mistake. That was Infinity Blinds, wasn't it?
here's the deal. I am dumb.
I knew it. That's Infinity Blinds.
That is not Infinity from the blinds of last year. No,
Where are those bottles at, though? Do you have
those are somewhere else.
Okay, great.
But I did incorrectly state that is not the Infinity from that table.
Okay.
The one I just poured is the Infinity from that table.
Okay. What's this
What is
other
this?
Infinity bottle?
That's Infinity from like 6 months ago when I cleaned up the table back then.
Oh, it's still an infinity.
So this-
Oh no, that's still totally Infinity that I have no idea what's in there. Like literally, it's another 50 to 70 bottles of crap put together.
Infinity 1 versus
No.
Infinity 2.
But
Hand
this,
selected bottles.
but this is the one that is on literally on the table.
Okay.
Is this one?
Okay.
Let's see if it's better or not.
Roll
Hang on, here we
tape
go.
now.
Higher proof on that one.
So we hold together.
That's good still though.
Still better than what we tasted.
That's good.
Let's see here. Okay, here comes the little Glenn over to me now.
What's it say about the quality of Kenny's samples?
Oh man, that's really good. It says the world's about it.
Yeah.
Honest to God. Yeah. Like, so we've had two sample mixture
Two
blinds.
random- Random bottles of
Right.
what's the total? How many total samples do you think are in between these two? 100,
150, and now Kenny's over there doing some hijinks by his bar now.
So now this
This is never ending.
is the Infinity from last year's 2024 blinds.
Oh, okay.
God. So this is primo infinity.
This is the top
Infinity.
66 whiskeys of last year. Infinity.
So you can look on the online for that.
This should have been our episode, but it's not. No,
Here
it's
we go.
this episode.
Here we go. I'm gonna try this one.
So we had Mystery Infinity Blind. We had 70 sample bottle Infinity Blind. Now we have Best of 2024 Infinity Blind, which I
Oh
know
my
what that
gosh.
is. That's probably crazy.
Dude, they could do this for Club Blue and it would actually crush.
And they couldn't because we had
That's good.
we had premium ass whiskeys.
Oh my gosh.
We had a lot of premium whiskey in 2024.
That one is stupid right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me because
And that finish is vanilla and lingering on the end. That is good.
that's good.
Crap.
So for our people that don't know, our Best of 2024, we pour like close to an ounce.
Well,
Or
we
half.
did 3/4 ounce
3/4
initially.
ounce. Yeah.
Ended up with way too much left over.
Yep.
So that's all those leftovers.
Yeah, so it was always we take after we scored and dump these right into a bottle. And I think there were 2 full bottles.
What was this? Was the second one I poured?
That was-
That's the second one.
So this is the one off of the table then. Over there. Who has the original glass for the first one?
It's the big one.
Glass is this one right here, isn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
So this is the one from
That's the
8
same one.
months ago, 6 months ago. This is the one over there. And
Same.
that's the okay. Yes, that's what happens. Whenever I go to like clean, that's when we create these big infinities.
I might like the second one better.
I'm gonna try right now.
That's interesting because I was going to say like this is good, but it's a little higher proof.
And this one was the one off the table, right?
No, that's the gray bag.
That one.
Yeah, that table.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gray bag versus regular.
And this one is that.
correct.
I feel like that Infinity bottle might have the winner.
That right there is this one. That's the most crushable.
No,
Or-
that is this.
Oh, that's that.
That is that.
Okay, hang on. I think that
Yep,
table
you're with
over
me.
there.
The second one is
that
better.
table.
Yeah.
That table over there is the most crushable.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Oddly enough, I think the best. This is gonna sound weird, I think the best of Infinity is not as good as the other two.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the best of Infinity is good.
It might be like
Now-
too much fighting each other.
But the best of 2024 Infinity is all current stuff from last year.
Right.
These other twos
Oh, that's true.
can be literally
Any year.
stuff from the 40s, the 50s, the 70s, the 90s,
It reminds me of a comic
Someone sent-
grab bag.
or someone sent me a 15-year-old barrel pick that they did, and I left it in there. Or they sent me an OWA pick that was like that's what all of the first two were.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good, but I think the table stuff is probably the best.
Table.
I'm going to go back and try this. This other
Are we still doing an episode on Frey Ranch?
one. Frey what?
Frey who? This is a nice little bonus here. We're tasting Infinity bottles and having a good time.
Dude, but the 2024 Blondes is still good. Very good. Boom.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code The Mashup for a special discount.
Also,
Head on over to our partner, the Woodwork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
let us know your thoughts on this bottle in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.